All right, let's try this a second time. Um, for people that are just watching, we kind of ran through this one time already. It was literally like 3 minutes, so it's like nothing special. Hold on, I can kind of hear like a echo in your mic, David.
What?
I can kind of hear an echo in your mic.
Kind of what?
I can hear an echo in your mic. Maybe scoot over a little bit.
No, I was gonna say. Let me just turn down my levels on.
Yeah, turn it down, turn it down. Well, down a lot, but if you want, talk. Yeah, I can't even. Are you even talking? No, you're not talking in the. Oh, there you go. There you go. Wait, I heard it. Mm-hmm. It sounds like I'm having sex. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, dude. All right, hello, hello, talk, talk.
Okay, wait. There, I hear you.
Yeah, all right. So I turned up my levels a little bit, not a lot. Sorry, I turned
Yeah,
them down.
yeah, you sound good. You sound good. Um, so back to what I was saying. Here, did you scoot over a little bit? All right. Let's try this again. Um, so back to what I was saying.
So you got to remember that we legit just started all over again, and like the people that are currently watching, which is nobody, um, don't know who we are or what we're doing. So as a little clarification, Um, we had started this like literally 5 minutes ago, but then there was some technical difficulties, so we had to restart our first video.
Yeah, but I
Um,
mean it's not bad.
yeah. So
Um,
my name's David.
oh, I'm Israel. This is ideas with ID. So I guess we can like explain the the name to him. Um, um, I copyrighted the name already. I got the idea from what is she? My girlfriend. My girlfriend. She's my high school sweetheart. I don't know. Um, yeah, but I got the idea from this girl and my high school sweetheart and her roommate. Uh, it was pretty good idea. I actually like it. Like, okay, so what it's supposed to mean is like ideas with ID. So usually when you get it, or like when you need to show your ID, it's like either 21 or over. Dude, stop breathing in the mic. You're breathing in the mic.
There's no way.
Yes, and you're picking up my voice. So so like usually like you're either bro, you're breathing in the mic.
I'm not breathing. There's like literally no levels going up except for right now.
I swear. I think your mic is like turning on because I can hear myself in your mic, but then when it turns on, it hears your breathing.
You see,
Or
there's another problem that we have right now. So I don't know if I'm like able to turn around the webcam, but we currently have a QuickCam notebook webcam from Logitech that's like over a decade old. That's
2005.
somewhere around that era, and it's currently sitting on top of a CeraVe lotion bottle.
Like I said, we're just doing this for fun.
Yeah,
It's kind of way just to to what's it called? Like depress, like exhale type of stuff. You know, we're in college, we're busy, so that's kind of it. But oh, back to the name. I'm sorry. So the name is supposed to be like when you go to a bar, you gotta show your ID if you want to get drinks, or if you want to go into a club, you gotta be 18 or older. So this whole idea of the podcast is like ideas that are 18 up or stories that are 18 up. um, but they're not necessarily 18 up. Majority of it will be, considering the college atmosphere, but for the most part, it's just the all ages kind of podcast. Um, but yeah, that was really it. We're having our friends look at it right now because we don't know exactly like how it sounds or how well we sound. Because right now they just told us that David sounds really loud, or David sounds really quiet, and I sound really loud. So I really don't know. But we wanted our friend Sean. Back to what we were talking about, Sean. His phone's like on life support right now. So I don't know if y'all can see like this phone, but like so like half of this, not even half, like the the 99th percentile of this phone is crack shattered, has green lines going through it, yellow lines going through it, like it looks like a rainbow. And it's like this one piece at the edge is where he's like swiping and like doing all this stuff. And that's how he answers and stuff. So it's pretty bad. I don't know why he doesn't get a new one. I think they said his parents don't want to buy him one.
I don't know, but he can't answer any messages right now. I just called him twice. It's still on.
Yeah, I don't know. He says text him through Instagram, but I don't know why. Maybe he like uses a computer or something, I guess.
I'm pretty sure he does.
It's like it's like when we found out how to get onto like Twitter and stuff on the school computers, or like when we wanted to get on Instagram in the school computer, so we didn't have to use pull our phones out. It was like in disguise. I remember one time, what was I doing? Ethan, do you remember Ethan?
Yeah, back in like ninth grade, eighth grade.
So we were in a hotspot class, and what was I doing? I was like on Facebook, I think, like on the school computers, and he was playing. What was he playing?
Cool math
He was,
games.
he was playing that. He was playing like Pac-Man or something like that, and 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 we usually had headphones connected, and I don't know why. He's like unplugged or something. So the computer went all loud, and it was like, and then the teacher, and he couldn't turn it off at all. He couldn't turn it off. So he just sat there. His, his face was red, and his teacher, who was the teacher? I think it was Miss. What's the short one?
I think it was just Vasquez.
Miss
Yeah.
Vasquez. So, so she goes over. She's like, "Who is that? Like, who's playing games?" And Ethan couldn't say nothing. He's just sitting there, red as hell. So he's sitting there, and she's like, "You're in trouble." And I was like, "Ooh." And he's like, "Israel, be quiet. I don't know what you're talking. You were playing games too. Or you were on Facebook." And I just sat there. I just shut my mouth because I was like, "No, no, I wasn't." And I closed that everything right after that. That was funny.
No, yeah, I mean, I'd say the only one that tops that event would probably be like when you took your Xbox to school one day, just because
Oh
the internet
yeah.
wasn't working, even the teacher started joining in.
So there's this thing. Okay, there's what was it, sophomore year, junior
That was
year,
junior year.
junior year. So junior year, um the what the internet wasn't working.
Yeah, there was no Wi-Fi.
So we had no internet at school. Like things were down, and we had like a test that day or something. That because oh no, all the teachers were gone because they were in like some training. Remember, like we had no teachers that day. We had all subs.
I think so. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why,
There you go. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So we had all subs that day except for our homeroom teacher. He was our computer science teacher. Shout out Mr. Reyes. Um, but the computer science who's there, and we had no internet. We couldn't do nothing. So I was like, "Can I bring my Xbox?" Like he's like, "If you can get it here in time before class ends, like we can play. Like that's fine." So I was like, "Bet." And my cousin, she used to live with us at my house. I was like right across the street from the school. So I was like, "Hey, my Xbox. just bring it all, like, cause I think it was already in a bag or something. So I was like, bring it all and just drop it off. She's like, okay. She brought it, and I got it, and we went and we connected it to like one of the monitors there that we had in the computer lab, and we were playing. We played. Um, we were playing multiplayer. We were like 1v1 against each other in COD. Even the teacher was playing against me, and
Oh
Sean,
man,
Sean
decided yeah
recorded it
decided to post it
and
on
posted
Instagram.
it. He posted it on Instagram. He posted it on Instagram, and I think Tanya
I don't know
was
who
it was
snitched,
somebody.
but
Some I'm,
you guys already know how the story goes.
yeah,
Oh, look at this, guys! And ends up showing the entire class, and then
exactly.
sooner or later the teacher's like, "Hey, what's that? Oh, Israel and Mr. Reyes are playing Call of Duty upstairs."
Exactly. You always get that one teacher's pet who goes and shows the fucking teacher. My bad. But you always have that one teacher's pet. So somebody went and showed him, and then was it Carlson or what's her name?
Carlisle.
Carlisle. No shout out to her because nah, I'm not gonna say anything. But um, yeah, hope she's
Doing well.
no. Um, but yeah, uh, Gabi, Gabi and Carlisle came walking down the. You know who Gabi is?
No, I don't know who that is.
Gabi, Gabriel.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Gabriel.
Gabi, Gabriel. Shout out Luis.
Yeah, we have a friend back in high school. We had a teacher, right? His name was well, his proper name was Mr. Sanchez. But we had a friend that he would always, for some reason, was obsessed with teachers' first names and saying them in a specific manner. And I mean, he would go up to people and he would just be like, Gabriel, like straight like that. Like we would have like these like meetings, like end of the week meetings almost. Um, we would all like what? We would go to the gym. I think they would have like assemblies at the gym,
Gym,
or like maybe
go
even
to
the
the hallway and
hallways
stuff.
sometimes. Yeah,
Yeah.
like man, you already knew who it was. Kid was just like skipping down the hall. Manuel. When I say it like that, I mean it like that. Like just straight like that. Like
No, literally, he would go down. He would go down. He would Manny, Manny. No, he's funny though. Shout out Luis.
Kid's a
He's
legend though. He did
yeah,
not
he's
care. He did a straight look at him. Yeah, teacher just there's like six what 6'2"
what?
tall man
Oh
just
yeah,
looking down at you, built like a bear, just like
yeah,
staring down at you, has a full blown beard. And he did not care. He would just like look up, smile, and still go,
yeah.
"What's wrong, Manuel?" He would. He would
Shout out, Mr. Sanchez. He always
I don't know if
and
he's
that,
watching
but
right
it was funny. I think it was funnier what like his response. He would be like, "You need to up your dosage."
now. He would just like just sigh in disappointment and be like, "What a
Yeah,
scrub."
like what did God do to you? But no, shout out Mr. Sanchez. He was cool. He was all cool. Back to that story. Um, so Gabriel and Carlisle come walking down the hall, and I'm in physics. What did we take with Badass?
Eight physics.
Physics. I'm in physics class, and I got both AirPods in. I have like a do rag on. Like I'm sitting on a table, like I'm wilding, and they come in, and I'm like, oh crap! Like I take it off. I still got the do rag on. Like I take the AirPods off. I put everything away, and they just scan the room. And they're like, you come here,
They didn't.
and
I
I'm
don't.
like,
Did they even scan the room? I thought they caught you like walking down the stairs.
no, 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 no.
You were in a corner when they were like interrogating you.
Yeah, I know. That's when they took me out of the. That's when they took me out of class. So they took me out of class, and Gabriel's like, where is like he's standing in front of me, and he's a little bit taller than me, and he's looking down at me. He's like, "Where is it?" And it's like that Batman scene. He's like, "Where is he?" Something like that. Like that's how it was. And I was like, what? I was thinking like drugs or something. I'm like, where what? Like where's what? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, the X or no, he said the PlayStation. Where is it? I was like, I don't have a PlayStation. He's like, what were you playing then? I was like, the Xbox. He's like, where is it? I was like, I think upstairs or something. He's like, how do you not know where it is? I was like, I don't know. I just leave it places. And he was like, well, let's go get it. And then Carlisle walks with me, the our assistant principal at the time, and she's like this old white lady, and she saw the durag on me, and she goes like this, take that off, and she rips it off my head, and I'm like, no way, you just did that. So we go upstairs, we get the Xbox. Um, hold on, real quick. So we go upstairs, we get the Xbox, and she's like dragging it like down the stairs. She's letting it hit the wall, and she puts it in her office, and she's like, "You can come get it when." I think she said when you come with your mom, or when your parents come get it, or your mom can come get it, or something like that. And I was like, "Dang!" And I think this was like a Thursday. I think this is like a Thursday
Yeah.
because the next day it was Friday,
I
and
remember.
I went to Miss Guerrero. That's another one of our assistant principals. Shout out Miss Guerrero. She's pretty cool.
You know,
Except
you know,
that one time.
I like how you're just saying like everybody's like name. It's like not even trying to keep it like somewhat confidential.
Now because I mean Miss Guerrero, she's cool. Like she wouldn't even mind.
When we blow
Um,
up, this will be like everywhere.
yeah. Uh, nah. Shout out Miss
That's
Guerrero.
all
She's
Israel
cool.
right there. That's not me. I'm not saying anything. That's all him right there. That's him.
um, but no. So I went to Miss Guerrero because Miss Carlisle like went out of town or something, and Miss Guerrero was like, or I went up to her and I was like, Miss Carlisle said you have the keys to her office. She's like, yeah. Do you need something? I was like, yeah. She has my stuff. She's like, oh, okay. Let's go get it. I didn't need to call my mom. I didn't need to do anything. So we just went. She unlocked it for me and she let me take it. So there I was like hopping off of my Xbox.
Did you even
Like
tell her like
totally.
it's an Xbox? Like you just say like, oh yeah, I just have my stuff
No,
there.
I just said I have my bag in there. She's like, oh, okay. I saw it. I was like, yeah, can I go get it? She's like, yeah. Um, but yeah, that was that one story. And one of many times we got high school trouble. So me and David are part of a friend group with like how many people? Five friends. It's me, you, Derek, Andrew,
Yeah,
Kevin.
just keep
Oh,
snitching.
well, no.
Keep-
Well, we had a table group. Like we had a table group
it was like
when we
six
were in high
friends.
school. Yeah, when we were in high school, we had a table group. It was uh me, David, another friend. His name's Israel also. Another friend named Sebastian, another friend or Luis, and then there was Rick and Jesse, and we had they weren't like our table group, but they were still there. It was like our friends Ruben, Jen, Maria, um, Jaslyn,
Who?
Maria, Rebecca, Becca.
Oh, okay. Keep going.
I call her Maria, and I think that was it. It was just them. But like the guys were like the main like table group. We would always like mess around and stuff and get in trouble. Like
No,
we were,
no. You and Derek would always mess around like crazy. So you
not
know what?
me.
Tell them the story about like the Carolina Reapers, because
Oh,
that
I
was
feel
just
like
oh, dude, what was your name too? Because y'all did that like
oh,
twice.
wait, what?
That
What do you
Rick
mean?
got in trouble saying like, oh, it's jalapenos.
Oh, wait, no, I think that's a story for another time. That would be a good story for another episode. Um,
Actually, I mean, like,
because we
we
can't.
can like a quick. Well, dude,
Well, basically,
because our
basically,
podcast is like like college based, right? We're over here talking about high school, so you might as well throw it in.
hold on, hold on. So basically, I bought or I had started a job at McDonald's, so I was getting like buku bucks for a teenager, for a 16-year-old. Um, and I bought Carolina Reaper peppers, and I brought them to school because I was like, "Hey, we're gonna eat these. Like, is everybody down?" And they said, "Yeah." Um, so I had gotten them, and we went to school, and we all had gotten one. And then somehow, some way, they just ended up passing it up to like everybody. So ninth graders, right? I hear it.
Okay, now you're good.
So ninth graders had them, 10th graders had them, we had them. Uh, everybody was just like, "Oh my god!" Like on fire. And then my friend Rick just decided to eat like two, and I don't think we're friends anymore. I don't know, cause I heard that they don't like me.
Look, bro, anything with drama.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, there's a lot to go through about all that. But anyways, um, he ate two, and he was like, I can't feel my mouth. Like I can't. He was drinking milk. He was doing all that. He's like, I
No, he
cannot
was
feel
going
my.
around like begging for milk.
He's,
Like those like little
he's
school carton
crying.
milks right there. He was like, I couldn't even breathe, like tongue swollen. Like a man was just like, the milk. And then Jesse, like his best friend, right? They would always ask, I was like, yeah, he's dying right now. He needs milk. Like poor Rick over here, just like, and you have Jesse over here like playing. Should I give you the milk? Should I not? Should I give it to you? Like, poor Rick, dude, just begging for his life, throwing
And
up
then
in the
our
trash can.
and then our assistant. We have like four assistant principals, and our other assistant principal comes through, Miss Jokes, and she's like, "Is everything all right, honey? Like, do you need some help?"
No, that was the
And
first time.
yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
the first time.
So she comes and he's like crying. His eyes are red, like he can't breathe. He's like, I'm fine, I'm fine." And then bro Shears, she's the second
Counselor.
time, bro Shears, she's our counselor. She was our old teacher. Um, she she calls me. She's like, who bought the peppers? Who bought them? Who bought them? Who bought them? I was like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know.
Deny, deny, deny.
And then I had given them to our other friend Israel,
Mm.
so he could go and throw them away. She was like, "Where are they?" I was like, "I don't know. We don't have them. Like, I don't know." She was like, "Well, whoever bought them, don't bring them again. That's the end of it. All right." I was like, "Yeah, all right." Shout out Ms. Bush. She's pretty cool too.
You
Mm,
good there?
yeah,
That's sassy. Oh.
my bad, my bad. But yeah, shout out Bushers. Um, oh, dude, did I tell you who I friend requested the other day on Facebook?
Yeah, you told me. Old teacher.
Elizabeth. Yeah,
Why?
I don't know. I just saw it and like, hey, that's
Oh yeah.
cool.
So fast forward like what 2 or 3 days, you guys
What?
decided to bring him again.
Oh yeah,
That was like even
because we didn't finish
worse.
the bag. So they gave me the bag back, and I was like, I don't know what to do. Um, so I brought him back, and then we didn't even finish it that time because I ended up taking him to my family's Christmas party, and they ate him there. Like they finished the bag.
No, yeah, but the second time that we took him, I remember like it was like way funnier. Well, the first time, it was obviously like pretty bad. Everybody was freaking out. There was like six of us that took him, right? But now this time, um, with the remaining peppers, they didn't finish them, right? But again, good old Rick and Jesse decided it's a good idea to start calling each other out and seeing who can eat them,
Mhm.
who can eat the most. Good old Rick over there decides to eat I don't know how many chili peppers. Jesse decides not to eat any, as far as I know. And when I say dying, I mean dying. Good old Rick is crying on the bench, holding his stomach, like trying not to throw up. Derek is like, "Oh, look at him! Look at him! Look at him!" The whole like friend group just doesn't know what to do. Like this man is just like in like pain and agony, just lying there holding his stomach, like he's like cramping up, just coughing, and I mean like coughing, like almost like chunks of like
Yeah,
pepper out.
yeah.
He's like, "Go get the trash can, Jesse." Jesse's over there just laughing, like poor man, just like trying like hurl over the can. Nothing's coming out. Good old what's her name shows up. This is jokes, right?
Jokes, yeah,
Shows up
jokes came for the
again.
second time too.
Is about to reprimand him until she
Oh,
sees that
yeah.
he's actually in pain. And she asks, "Was it those chili peppers again?" He's like, "Nah." He's like, at least this time he played it off good. He's like, "They're those like."
But she has like a southern accent. Like she's a African. She was from where?
I don't
She's
know.
African American. Um, Louisiana. She was from Louisiana.
I don't know.
Um, I remember because she moved to school in Louisiana, so she has like that southern accent. She's like, "Is everything all right over here?" And he tries to look at her. He's crying again, like face is swollen,
Exactly like that.
and
He's
and
like,
she realized it wasn't fine.
right, this man was tearing up, and we mean like snob, just coming out,
Yeah, like snot running
like
down
just
his nose.
nasty. He's like, "No, I'm not fine." And then, like the first thing she says after that is like, "Are you boys eating those
Peppers again.
peppers again?" Literally, everybody just goes silent, and I think somebody was gonna
Yeah.
say something until like Rick just yelled out, "They're like spicy jalapenos from home that I
Oh
brought."
yeah,
And she was
yeah.
like, "Where are they?" It's like,
He
"I
said,
don't."
yeah. He said that I brought him from home, and she's like, "Where are the rest of them?" He said, "I ate them all."
The thing was that he decided to say that they were. She's like, "Yeah, so I'm somewhat allergic to jalapenos."
Yeah,
And she
yeah.
even said, "So then why did you eat them?" She's like, "I wanted to try it out." It's like,
It was like the funniest thing ever. Like our lunch group was undefeated. Oh, we also had Katya and Rick there. I forgot to mention those two. I mean, Katya and Art.
oh yeah, yeah.
Shout out Katya. Shout out Art. Um, but yeah, that was like the funniest. We've had so many like funny days. It's like unmatched. Like remember the one time that they were playing Christmas carols, and then a fight broke out. Like they were beating each other up
It's crazy.
to 25 Days of Christmas. I don't even know what the song. What's that one Mariah Carey song?
All I want for Christmas is you.
Yeah, it was playing,
It's
and all you see is
crazy.
like two girls just fighting on lunch tables. So we were like, what, what just happened? Um, but yeah, that happened. That fight. There's literally only been like two fights since we're in high school. I mean, even all throughout sixth grade or middle school and high school, there's literally only been two fights.
Yeah, reminder like our graduating class was like 100 and like.
Not even that. It was like 70
Are
some.
you serious?
Yeah, it was like 70.
Where did everybody go?
They left, dropped
There's
out.
no way.
You know,
Damn,
you
I
know
thought
how
there was
that
like
goes.
they said there was like at least 100 kids.
There's 70, like 78. I want to say.
Yeah, so that just gives you like an idea of like how small our school was.
They kicked out. They kicked out all the kids that couldn't get into college, so they could keep their numbers up. Our school is very our old school, our high school was like very shady with the whole getting to college things like
Very
that.
shady.
Yeah, it really was when you think about it.
That's like a whole
I've been
other
saying
like
it.
subject we could
I,
break down.
it really
That's
is
like
though. It
like a
really is.
legitimate conspiracy theory at that point. Like
Yeah, it kind of is
honestly, though,
actually.
like with the stuff that like went down, like with like the CEOs and stuff, like
Yeah,
it really makes
yeah.
you like wonder, like yeah, there's
Thanks.
something like here.
Because our okay, our um our old high school. I don't know. Can we say this? Do you think it'll be fine? Do you think we like they do something to us?
Hold up.
My dude's my dude's really going restroom midstream. Um, so now it's just me. No, but I guess I'll tell you about this story real quick then. We can close it out. Um, so our high school was very shady. I think it's still shady to this day. Um, our CEO, like we don't have a normal high school like a like an independent school district. Like you have Dallas Independent School District or Houston Independent School District. Like ours was it's a charter school. It's called Idea Public Schools, and basically our CEO, because it's kind of it's a company. That's really what it is. It's a company. Um, our CEO was our former CEO or their former CEO was his name. I don't even want to say his name, but basically he got caught um like using funds for the school and like for all those things. He got caught using all those funds funding like private planes, buying like sweet access Spurs tickets, um, and a whole bunch of other crazy stuff like car. I don't know about cars actually. I'm lying, but I know the private planes and cars. I mean, basketball tickets were part of it. Maverick tickets also, suites and Maverick games. Um, but there's this big thing like going around him, and he ended up resigning. Tom Torkelson resigned, right? Did he step down or did he resign? Is he still part of the board?
No, like, isn't that kind of the same thing?
I don't know. Um, so yeah, he basically resigned,
You
and
still
no, I can't hear you.
wait. You can't hear me, but can they hear me? I'm pretty sure they can hear me.
Oh, if you're talking,
Yeah, actually, you know what? I think maybe because I had my mic like active on Discord, you were picking me up because Discord's pretty sensitive, but not the
you there?
actual thing. So
Hold
maybe
on, let
that's
me
the
ask.
issue.
Let me ask.
Well, we got two viewers. That's nice. Look at that. We're already growing. I don't know who's
Hold on,
watching, but
hold on.
thank you so much.
Bro, I said I wasn't gonna say Tom Torkelson's name and I accidentally said it. He's gonna come for me
Oh
now.
yeah,
But
yeah. If anybody's watching this, that man in the blue hoodie right
I mean,
there,
I
not
mean,
me.
but it's public
It's
information,
public
dude. Like,
information. Yeah.
you can literally go,
Y'all are gonna
like,
go on the
you could
manhunt,
just,
not me.
but literally, you type in Google Tom Torkelson, and yeah, she said you sound fine. She said decent, so
Decent. You saying my mic's bad?
maybe you can pick up your. I don't know. I don't know. Can you hear me though? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I guess that's all that matters. Um. Oh, I guess I'll take this one off. But yeah. So there's like this whole thing surrounding him, and he ended up like stepping down and putting on Facebook or something. I don't know, something like that. He came out with a whole letter. Um. But yeah, the whole idea public school system is it's a very shady thing. Like their whole thing is like their motto is not motto, but like I don't know, like
Fair
their
value.
value is like sending 100% of their students to college. But you know, think about that. Sending 100% of students to college, not getting 100% of their students to graduate through college or setting up 100% students 100% of their students
Well,
for college and life. It's solely
well, no,
getting
it's to and through college actually.
no
Yeah,
to and through to and,
I'm 100% sure. I heard him saying it's to and through college.
and they don't do that.
Well, I don't know about the third part, but the
Exactly.
two part,
Yeah.
yeah, no,
The two part like they put emphasis on getting
that's like
100%
that's
to college
100% like legit.
because when you see numbers like that, especially like in low, like minority low income places that like we're from, like parents get happy when they see like, oh my god, if I send my son here, he has a chance at going to college, he has a chance at getting a better future, like blah blah blah. Like, but little do they know, like they're literally just gonna, literally what they do is they push you through the door and then you're done. That's it. And it kind of sucks because I know a lot of my friends have, even to this day, have little knowledge of like what's going on in college and like how to do certain things. And like, yeah, there's like you got to be old enough, you got to do things yourself, but it's like they're pushing you into this dream that you have, like they're not even a dream that you have, like a, it's like a alternate reality. Like they're trying to paint a picture to you of something that just isn't real. And it sucks for a lot of people because especially coming where we come from, like you don't know how to handle things, especially if you want to go to like big schools. Like our school, it's a big school, but we're not like a city, you know? Like we're not Austin, we're not Dallas
Oh no,
type
yeah, for
stuff.
sure.
So we're like we're not too much in a city where we have to worry about school life and city life and all these things around it. But people like I got friends that go to like are in Michigan. I mean, they're not really in a city. I got friends that are in California, where she's not really in a city either. I mean,
Well, no, I mean like
cool.
yeah, no, I have a friend like at Austin. I have friends at Austin, right?
Yeah,
And like you always hear it like yeah, no, it's like a city like it's not like oh yeah, I'm going off to college like I'm just gonna
yeah,
be in like this secluded area or like just this perimeter right
yeah,
here and then like like the city is like around it or like it's in a city like no it's like I think even for like NYU and like Cornell
yeah.
and like things like
Like,
that it's like yeah you go New York is like the college is basically New York. Like there's no like
yeah,
indistinguished. Well, that's what I feel because I mean we've gone to those universities like to tour them, right? So
yeah,
like from what you remember, like it is like yeah, no, it is definitely like you're living city and college life at the
yeah.
same time. So like it's like a really big like game changer. It's like not only
Like
do you have to
when you come, when you come from like our small town city or our small town like area, like when you get to these big cities or these moderate cities, you think, wow, like this is amazing. Like I'd kill to live here. And when they tell you you have the chance to do it, you're like, that's like all you see, but you don't realize, and they don't even explain to you like everything else that goes on within a city, like expenses and transportation and all these things. And it kind of sucks because even for me, like they were gonna send me to a school in San Antonio that I barely even knew existed only a couple weeks before I applied there, and they were gonna make me go there. They were trying to lock me down on it as a. So there's these things when you apply to college. It's early decision, early action,
yeah.
and I think there's like one more
I think
part
it's
to
just
it.
regular
It's early decision,
early action
early action, and yeah, I guess regular decision
early
too.
application
Huh?
early application.
No, I think that's early decision. So early decision is like when you want them to make a decision fast, but if they say yes to you, then you have to go to that college. Early action is just um you want them to notify you earlier, like you want them to speed up the process on your application to know if you got in or not. And then regular decision is like you just submit it like with everybody else. And they wanted almost everybody, I think, to apply early decision. And mind you, this school had no major that I wanted to do. I didn't even know really what major I wanted to do at that time. Um, it didn't even have the major I wanted to do, and I didn't even know what I wanted to do. That's how crazy it was. Um, they wanted me to go there, like, oh my god, yeah, like it'll be good. The financial aid is good. Like that's all that mattered to them, because the thing with them was, well, it was like um, the more money and financial aid we got, the more I think it's like the more they got like a bonus or something. Cause I was like, I might be just like speaking BS. I don't know, but I think that's how it worked. Um, and I know like students got like $100,000 scholarships to like these schools, like, and but it was over 4 years, so you get $25,000 over 4 years. Mind you, that out of state tuition is still like 36,000, $40,000. So you still have to come up with 20 other $1,000 that's not given to you. Um, so there was like a lot that went into it that they didn't like to show. They just like keeping the pretty stuff like out there. Um, that's what they like showing everybody, the pretty stuff, because it was almost like if you were naive, you fell for it, and if you weren't, then you weren't. You were a smart one. Um, but yeah, they were trying to make me. They were trying to make me go to school in San Antonio. That's a city here in Texas. They were trying to make me go to a school in San Antonio, and like the day before I was supposed to get my acceptance letter, I uh I went online and I changed it and I called them and I was like, I want to change from early decision just to early action. And they're like, "Are you sure?" Blah blah blah. Like I called the school. I didn't call my counselor. I called the school, and I was like, "Yeah, like I want to change it." And she's like, "Okay, thank you so much." Blah blah blah. And I changed it. I don't think I got accepted from there, because I ended up changing it. But yeah, they tried to do that, and then they took us on a whole field trip to Michigan to Kalamazoo, Kazoo. Shout out Kevin. Shout out Jenna. Shout out, yeah. Shout out them. Um, they go to school over there. So they took us over there to Michigan to tour this one school. But I guess this school has real good ties with IDEA, um, because the school is just made up of IDEA students. But they give out a lot of financial aid. Um, they give out a lot of financial aid, and so that's why the counselors wanted us to accept it, because it would have been a whole bunch of money like that we would have accepted or we would have gotten. So they took us over there, and I had already committed to Texas Tech, and they didn't know that. So I had like a little trip on my hands, but they took us over there and like they were trying to convince us so hard, or trying to convince me actually. They were asking me like, "Do you like it? Do you like what do you like about it?" Like, blah blah blah. I was like, I mean, I really don't know, cause like this school had nothing that I wanted to do. Cause at this point, I knew I wanted to major in chemistry, and I wanted to like pursue pharmacy. And I was like, does this school have like any even chemistry department? And they're like, well, not really, but like you can always do other things. And I was like, no, like why? I'm gonna come here, pay money just for me to do nothing? Like no. They just wanted me to accept like the whole financial aid and all that. And I was like, no, it makes no sense. So they were very upset when we got back and I didn't choose that as my school. Um, but it was a good trip. I liked it. I'm gonna go out to Michigan again. One of these, one of these, one of these semesters, one of these years. I don't know. Summers. It's really cold over there. Um, but yeah, it's a very shady school, just in general. The When you can really like see behind the scenes of it, it's very different. Um, for the most part, it was a good school. Don't get me wrong. We had great teachers. We had great principals. Mr. Aguilar, did you hear that he retired or he resigned? Yeah. Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah, he resigned. Um, I guess there's another principal there, but we had some good teachers. Mr. Reyes, Mr. Sanchez, Paul Williams. He was cool. He was cool. That was our veteran. What was he in the Marines or Army?
Who's in Marines?
Marines. Yeah, he was pretty cool. Profe Ed Ed Edgar Flores, was that his name?
Yeah.
Shout out, Mr. Flores. Shout out, Professor Flores. Um, who else? Give a shout out to all the teachers who were badass.
That's it.
Miss Raso, Claudia. You know, I used to work out with her
No.
at the gym. She was pretty cool. Um, Shout out Claudia. Who else? Mr. Mireles. Shout out Mireles. He was cool.
I don't even know what happened to him.
I don't know. I think he went to another school maybe, or he's at another school, but he's like teaching, or he's like a football coach or something like that.
I don't
Something
know.
like that. I don't know. Shout out Mr. Mireles. He was cool. He had 9 toes. He cut off one of his toes with one of those like saws. He dropped it and then it just cut off his toe, and he was like, "Oh, I got 9 toes." And he showed me one time too. It was pretty cool. Shout out Mireles. Um, Shout out Mr. Tao, or what was his name?
Who?
Mr. Ming or Yang. Um, Geography, ninth grade.
We've never had.
He was the Asian dude.
He moved.
Yeah. What was his name? Mr. Rodney? No.
It was. It started with an R.
Right?
I don't know.
Well, if you taught ninth grade geography at Ideal Wesco Pike for half a semester, shout out to you.
It wasn't even half.
It was half.
He left like a month in.
No.
Two.
They switched him positions, remember?
We're
Right?
talking ninth grade. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a while back. Shout out to you though. You were cool. Um, who else? Who else was cool from that school?
That's it.
Not Elizabeth. I remember she got mad at this girl. We had a teacher. She got mad at this girl for sneezing in class, and she made her call her
I
mom.
remember that.
Like, mom, on the like, go outside and call your mom. You just doing that to distract the class. And she's like, huh? Huh? I just sneezed. And she's like, no, go outside and call your mom. And I don't know what happened, but like her mom got mad. Like that teacher was like ended up crying, I think, or something like that. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty funny too. I remember when we were going to we used to have like end of the year trips. We'd usually go to like the rec at UTRGV. But then they ended up taking us to Slitterbond because we got to too many kids.
When?
Remember, we used to go to UTRGV rec.
That was like sixth grade. Well, it was like one trip.
Nah, it was like sixth, seventh, and eighth. They used to take us on 2 separate days. Like one day would be like the sixth, seventh graders, and the next day would be like eighth graders. Anyways, we had these end of year trips, and there's this dude in the class, and he didn't want to let the teachers check his bag. Like I think he wanted a guy to check his bag, a guy teacher, because like the girl teachers were trying to check his bag, and and that same teacher who kicked that girl out for sneezing, she was like, "If you don't let me check your bag, you're gonna stay here." And he was like, "All right." She was like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah, all right, whatever." She's like, "All right, you're staying here then. Go outside." Or go with the principal. She made him go with the principal, and we came back, and they had like the time of their lives. Like they made it seem like they had more fun than us, cause bro, like they were wet. They were soaked. They were more wet than we were. We went to a water park, so I was like, damn. And they had like bouncy houses outside, water slides outside. It's like, yeah, bro, we've just been like eating food and jumping around and running around all day. I was like, and the principal, can I say? Do you think I should say his name or no? No. Well, our principal there at the time, he was pretty cool. I was like, well, where's the principal? He's like, oh, I don't know. He just told us to go help around with something. So I guess they were just having the time of their lives. But that was funny. Shout out Mark. Mark's fun. He was funny. Marky Poo. Um, yeah, college life, high school life. I don't know. It's crazy. You think that's it?
That's it. That's like already like 1:41 in the
143.
morning.
I guess that's gonna conclude our first podcast. Um, I think we'll be doing this every Friday. We kind of got a late start to it today. We try to get everything running because we put in a submission to like go live, and it takes like 24 hours. So we're gonna be doing this Fridays. Every Friday. We'll try to have it up by like 11 p.m. give or take.
Try to be live by 11. Like have it like
Have it up by 11.
have it
So we
up
gotta
by
be
11.
live. Yeah. So we gotta be
Like
live like a
we
little
should start shooting
earlier.
like at 9:30.
9:30. Yeah.
Oh, in the
But yeah,
evening.
we'll be doing this every Friday. Just a little something. We'll get our graphics right in the meantime. We just literally put up a picture of us and that was it. But yeah, subscribe, follow the socials. And then we'll see y'all next Friday.